We have now learned that in a week where AIG is accepting its fourth government bailout, they've decided to finally address the real problem here. They've decided to get right down to the root of it at last. They have decided to spend some of their precious and now 80% public resources fixing what is really wrong with their company. They are working on their image. Because that's the real problem here, right? They look bad. The publication PR Week has just reported that AIG is adding a public relations firm called Kext & Company to its list of PR firm representation. That's actually how they phrased it. AIG has added Kext & Company to its list of PR firm representation. I thought when I read that today, AIG's list of PR representation? We called AIG today, and they wanted us to be sure to tell you that Kext has worked with AIG for years on different M&A transactions. Okay. That doesn't change the fact that this company that we own 80% of, to which we have given $163 billion taxpayer dollars, this company is paying a list of PR firms to shine up its image. We're paying for that? We're paying the bill for PR firms to spin us about how awesome AIG secretly is? All the more amazing is when you look at who they are paying. AIG does have its own in-house public relations staff already. But in October, right after taking the first government bailout money and then sending all their managers to a resort and spa for a week-long all-expenses-paid trip, AIG hired a company called Burson Marsteller to shine up their image. Who's Burson Marsteller? Well, let me put it this way. When Blackwater killed those 17 Iraqi civilians in Baghdad, they called Burson Marsteller. When there was a nuclear meltdown at 3 Mile Island, Babcock and Wilcox, who built that plant, called Burson Marsteller. The Bhopal chemical disaster that killed thousands of people in India, Union Carbide called Burson Marsteller. Romanian dictator Nicolae Ceausescu, Burson Marsteller. The government of Saudi Arabia, 3 days after 9/11, Burson Marsteller. The military junta that overthrew the government of Argentina in 1976. The generals dialed Burson Marsteller. The government of Indonesia, accused of genocide in East Timor, Burson Marsteller. The government of Nigeria, accused of genocide in Biafra, Burson Marsteller. Philip Morris, Burson Marsteller. Silicone breast implants, Burson Marsteller. The government of Colombia, trying to make all those dead union organizers not get in the way of a new trade deal, they called Burson Marsteller. Do you remember aquadots, little toy beads coated with something that turned into the date rape drug when kids put the beads in their mouths and all those kids ended up in comas? Yeah, even the date rape drug aquadots people called Burson Marsteller. When evil needs public relations, evil has Burson Marsteller on speed dial. That's why it was so creepy that Hillary Clinton's pollster and chief strategist in her presidential campaign was Mark Penn, CEO of Burson Marsteller. And that's also why it's so creepy to learn that USAIG, this 4 times bailed out company that we own 80% of, is paying Burson Marsteller to improve their image with us, to make us like them more. It's not enough to nearly bring down the world financial system and saddle us with having to save you. Now you also have to saddle us with the knowledge that we're paying the PR firm from hell